Hello Redditors, welcome back to Tales Against Humanity. Now, let's get started. In today's episode,
Entitled mother expects me to sign her mortgage. I've posted about this specific encounter in a couple of other subreddits. One in Ada, because a small part of me thought I was being unfair, and another in narcissistic parents to blow some steam off, because this entire situation is just fucked. I figured this would be a good sub to talk with people who understand parents who expect you to give things to them simply because you're their child. Anyways, I, 22F, moved out of my mother's, 41F, house almost a year ago. I moved out because of emotional manipulation and abuse, her forcing me to take out loans to dig her out of debt and promising my car, which she had signed in her name, and then going back on said promise and acting like she never said it in the first place, as well as her refusing to see her wrongdoings to me. I moved out a few months after her dad died, but I had been planning this move for upwards of a year. I was fed up. She, to this day, is still incredibly upset with me about this. She says I left her at her lowest when she needed help. Part of me felt bad because she was close to her father, but I needed out. I was being slowly suffocated. Fast forward a couple of months, and she's searching for a house to move into. She says she needs a fresh start. That, and my father is no longer going to pay rent for the house she currently lives in. She got a good sum of money from her father's death, and she said she planned on using it to buy a house. Another couple of months goes by and she finds a house. She's working on buying it, but cannot get approved for a mortgage. That is where she then asks me to sign her mortgage due to income instability. She asked for my tax returns so that I can co-sign. I say no, obviously, since she has never once paid a mortgage/rent bill in her life without help. I do not trust her with money, much less something as big as this which will have an effect on my credit. She then proceeds to throw one of the largest tantrums I have ever seen her through to date. I am very thankful I wasn't physically there with her. But during her tantrum, she is sending me multiple texts back to back. These texts were sent on 05/28/22. I will list them below. Mother. Oh wow. Okay. Never mind Theb, don't come asking for my help when you need it, so just continue thinking about yourself and don't even care about how good this would be for me and how much I need this. You I should have known better than to ask you me, the only texts I sent. It's really not my fault that your finances aren't in place. You don't seem to care about what's good for me either. This definitely isn't. Then don't ask again, yeah? I wouldn't ask for your help anyways, don't worry mother. Haha, name. You never have given a damn about me or what's good for me. Go ahead then. This tells me so much about you, yeah? Well, just know I would have helped you any way I could. Not now though. Thanks for burning a bridge you left when I was at my lowest and needed help. You don't care about me, so just you do you. I will never ask you for a damn thing ever again, and let's see how fast these texts start circulating. Go ahead, do your worst one day, you will regret the way you act. Family is supposed to be there for one another. Why aren't you? I am so bitterly disappointed in you I don't have one more word to say to you. And since you don't need anything from me, you won't be getting any money after I die, so now, you don't have to worry about coming to see me. I don't want to see you, why won't you do for me what I do for you? Why are you like this? So self-serving. Anyway, fuck it, guess you're too good to talk to your mom now. Figures what's really shitty is a friend would do what you want, you are a shitty daughter, shitty mother, shitty daughter. Fuck my life, I would have done anything for you and for my dad. Guess that's just me? Well, I'm not going to keep treating you so highly and willing to do whatever for you. That ends now. One of these days I hope you will see what you have done here. You just ruined a relationship. You didn't have to act this way. But you want to. I came to you for help. You just couldn't care less about me. Get out of my life then if that's all I mean to you. I've had it with you, and you are no longer invited to my home. I really don't think you would even miss me. I told you how much I needed this and how sick I am about it. You are a cold-hearted person. I would never ever do that. I'm sure if I did something because of all this stress you wouldn't even care or feel guilty. I wish things were different. I wanted so badly to be close to you. Circulating yet. Trying to give you some good stuff, so I don't wish anything bad on you despite the way you are. I love you. Good luck finding someone else who would have been half as loyal as I was to you. I hope you never have to really desperately want something one day. And I could help you do it, but I refuse. Not for any good reason either. It's a horrible feeling knowing you don't care enough to help. I'm done. PLZ, don't ask about me any longer because I now know it's all a farce. Today, she sent me these messages. I wish I knew where I went wrong. Family is supposed to help one another. The house is lost. I guess I wouldn't want to respond either. Well, I can't believe you would rather this than help. It blows my mind. I don't know what I did to deserve this. I am genuinely gobsmacked that she cannot see where she went wrong in general with our relationship. I do not know if she is trying to act like she did no wrong or if she genuinely cannot see her wrongdoings because of extreme narcissism. Either way, the entitlement reeks. She fully expected me to co-sign on a mortgage with her that would not only prevent me from getting my own mortgage, but would ruin my credit score if she defaults. I have been slowly cutting contact, but this might be the last time I ever talk to her. Edit. A new message came through, haha. Mother, and the sad part is, you didn't even let me finish before you started being mean. I wouldn't have let that be in your name for more than 2 years. But thanks for trying to help me anyway. It wouldn't have hurt you one bit. It would have helped me immensely. So I hope you still think you did the right thing. Betraying your mother. Story 2. EP wants to steal a switch from a church. Hello. This is a secondhand story from a friend. Usual intro and stuff. I'm on mobile, my friend, and I used to go to the same church. However, I left a number of years ago due to it turning more into a mega church, and stuff with the pastor's decisions not being honored by the other big heads. Lots of controversy there. But it became a breeding ground for the Karen and entitled parent mindset. The church was split into 3 areas: kids, teens, adults. Kids and teens were on opposite sides of the buildings with the adult section in the middle. While the kids section was for young kids, you'd sometimes see them in the teen section before service, all trying to sneak into play on the consoles they had. A PS3 and the center of the story, the Switch. They had 2 TV, one for the PlayStation 3 and Switch, while the other was for the Switch. People could play them before and after service, but were turned off during service, or maybe paused if it was mid-smash fight. It was normal for one kid, entitled kid, to go to the teen area to play on the consoles when he really shouldn't have. His entitled mom was a friend of a usual churchgoer there, and seemed not to care for the church at all. One of those "I'm don't go to church really but I'm still spiritual" types. She wait till last second to take him to the kids section, or doesn't pick him up at all, forcing the teen workers to find her and get her to sign him into the kids section. Church by this point had just ended, and entitled kid had ran his way from the kids section the moment he could to play on the Switch. According to my friend, he always claimed to be the best Fortnite player. Since he was playing Fortnite, no one else could be on the Switch. The teen pastor was a saint, put up with this kid for too long. The kid died in game, and the pastor asked him to go find his mom. EK started throwing a fit as he kept wanting to play, starting another game while red in the face, crying every time he got shot. When he died again, he was straight up bawling. That's when EM finally arrived, coffee and snacks for herself in hand from the cafe, as she starts yelling at the pastor, asking what happened to her child. Everyone by this point is fed up as the kid cries, not wanting to leave on top of losing. So he takes the Switch out of its dock to keep playing. When the pastor had to get involved, "Pastor, hey, I know you want to play, but taking it out of the dock is not allowed." Hey, he's only playing his game, so shut it. He's been a good boy in service, so I let him do this after. "Pastor, ma'am, this is not your home to say and do as you please. I'm in charge of the team ministry, so I make and enforce the rules." Icky, still yelling and screaming for again losing at the game, beginning to use harsh swears as EM gasped, "EM, how you know those words?" EK was totally shocked, I guess not remembering his mom was right there, just saying "I don't know" before they heard him die again. The kid was persistent, to say the least. My friend found it hilarious as she tried to hold it in and not cause more trouble. EM was overall embarrassed by her kid's words, so she took her kid's hand and began to walk away. But the Switch was still in her son's hands. The pastor trying to stop her as she pretended not to hear him. But the greeters at the front entrance stopped her when they saw the pastor trying to stop her. After another meltdown by the kid, the mother gave back the Switch and stormed out. My friend hadn't seen her near the teen section since, and her kid Hasn't been seen at the church at all. Story 3. Am I actually the bad guy here? Warning, long post. Hi, I'm Michael. This isn't the first time I posted here, but it is the first time I've actually had a problem in this area. For context, I'm 21Y and my parents are the typical conservative Christian type, so kick. Anyway, they always make a deal out of small stuff, and I honestly feel like they think everyone is judging every move I make. For example, tonight at dinner we were having Alfredo. My mother absolutely kills that shit. It's the best thing I've ever put in my mouth. Personally, with any sort of small noodles like spaghetti or angel hair, I like to cut it. I finish cutting my noodles and my dad immediately chimes in. Michael, someday you're going to get a girlfriend and she's going to say, my God, who raised this kid? Because you see how we're eating our noodles and here you are cutting it up into baby food. Okay, more context, sorry. I have a girlfriend and we've been kind of on and off due to long distance. She's in Arizona, I'm in Minnesota. However, we have been on good terms, broken up or together for almost 4 years now, since we both constantly have feelings for each other. We're a perfect match basically. Either way, she loves me for me and I love her for her. Okay, now let's get back to it. I then reply, okay, but everyone has a different way of doing things. Why can't I just do it the way I do it? Dad, because you do it the wrong way. Me. Why does there have to be a right and wrong way? Can't we just agree that you like twisting your noodles and I like cutting mine? Dad. No. Because someday you're going to get a girlfriend and she's going to say, my God, who raised this kid? Now, I do this every time in public, and incredibly the only ones who care about how I eat are my parents. Literally no one gives a shit and they're acting like my girlfriend is going to break up with me over how I eat. And it's not just that. I make dubstep and EDM, and every time I perform, as soon as I come home, the first thing they ask is, why can't you play more of your calm music? People will like that more than these weird sounds you're making. Now, if any of you have ever been to a rave, I'm sure you can understand my frustration upon just hearing this. Now to the way I drive. You need to drive slower. Cops will pull you over if you drive that fast. 55 in a 40 when most people push 70 down the highway by our house. Another is the fact that I don't have any friends. They always say go out and talk to people. Now I see where they're coming from, and they are completely right. I wish I could just walk up to someone and say, hey, would you want to hang out sometime, and maybe go so and so. But in this generation, how well do you think that would go down? Me. Okay, so basically what you're saying is walk up to a complete stranger and ask to hang out sometime. Dad, why not? Me. Do you understand how creepy that sounds? Dad, why does it have to sound creepy? Me. Because they don't know me. Look at it from their perspective. If I do that in this day and age, everyone I do that to will get scared and run away because I'm a stranger. They don't know who I am or what my true intentions are. If you want to make friends now, they have to be friends of your friends. They even taught us not to talk to strangers in kindergarten. Dad, why can't you just go up to someone and talk to them? Me. Because that is creepy. OMG, dude. Now my mom chimes in and starts having my back. Mom. Honestly, he's got a point, Tom. Me. Thank you, Mom. Mom, everyone is on their phone now. You can't interact with people like you could 10 years ago. Dad, I don't understand why you can't just talk to people. And the one that really set me off was when my dad commented on my job. I work at UPS unloading the morning box truck. I have to wake up at around 2:45 a.m., get to work at 3:40 and work until 10. To my dad, this is not a normal job because I'm home all day since I work early in the morning. I'm not about to give up this job for his approval, so basically what he's asking me is to work 2 jobs and be out from basically 2:45 a.m. to around 5 or 6 p.m. just working. Now, I got this UPS job so I could have the whole day to myself. Basically everything I do in their eyes is just another failure, and I'm honestly at my breaking point. I don't know how to make them happy, and I'm just kind of trying to accept the fact that I'm the coffee stain on the family tree. I just feel like they want me to be someone I'm not, and I really feel like I just won't be able to be myself while I live here. So am I the bad guy for just wanting to be my own person and do my own thing?